holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he gets it to the 30-yard line, but the football's not going to stay there. There's a penalty marker down. So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now a give right side. Wiggins. And right away they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Well, this defense for the Buccaneers, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Hunter Nicewander on a punt now on 4th down. Back deep, Isaiah McKenzie. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Jones. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and on the season now that is 9 sacks for him. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Completion good for 14 yards. And it'll be 4th down. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return, and the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they'll try the jet sweep here. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. They'll try to to pick this up on the ground with Breida. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. Here comes the Bears punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. It's a net of 40 there. Punt of 48 and a return of 8. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Now a first down carry by Jones. Oh, he's got a little daylight. 20. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Buccaneers on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And no return on this one. It's a fair catch, a signal for and taken. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's second down now. Now keep in mind, they did have 3 interceptions last week. Couldn't quite come up with a first quarter pick that time.
But they had to like what they saw in terms of reacting when the ball is thrown. We had an expression when I played. It was called break on it. Every time the quarterback puts the ball in the air, break on the football. Go make a play and accumulate those interceptions.
Former defensive back. You remember those 3 interception games. They can be contagious, give you a little momentum.
They really can, and it doesn't matter whether it's one person or if you spread them across your entire defense. Everybody wants a piece of that pie.
The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on third down. Fields. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him over 3,000 yards passing now on the campaign.
And Brandon, nowadays your leader's usually closer to 5,000 yards on the year, but still, 3,000 yards, a good season.
And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. From the 50, here's Fields. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Now, that's a catch of some significance. It's number 631 of his career, and why that's significant, it ties him with Hall of Famer Raymond Berry.
He was one of the most precise route runners at any position during his time in his career. So I think that we're seeing something very similar here. He may not have known Raymond Berry, but he goes about his business the same way. Understands how defenses are going to play, understands where the leverage is, and goes away from it to the tune of 631 catches.
On first down, it's Fields. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
A first trip to the red zone for the Bears. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Now Fields. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there.
And that's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you want to give him a little extra for the effort. But instead, he sets his guys up in excellent shape with a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Breida. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Matt Breida with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is a defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business.
And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. O.J. Howard, 77 yards. And the Bucs have taken the lead. Able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And this will be a Bears 1st down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. And he'll give it here to his running back. A beautiful fake. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now it's Fields. And this is going to be incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
On 2nd down, Wiggins, not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. To throw is Fields. They'll set up a screen for Breida. And some room to roam now. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front. Completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. He's got Herndon, his tight end. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
We'll put that one in the win column for the defense. Trying to contain tight ends in the passing game is so difficult nowadays, but they did in a big way there.
2nd and 11. They'll try the left side. Wiggins. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. Santos with the extra point, and we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Isaiah McKenzie now on the return. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time.
That's true.
That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
After the penalty, it's Jones. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
2nd and 14. Throwing, Jones. Open man is Howard, the tight end. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On first down, it's Jones. Jones breaking from the contact. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 63 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 46. Back to throw. Jones. This is caught by Evans. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
When Mike Evans sees man coverage, I don't think he's the only guy who gets excited. I'll guarantee the guy throwing the ball does, because guess what? He's got a lot of options about where to place it because of Mike Evans' size and frame.
They'll run on first down. Jones. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Jones. And that was going to be off target and incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Back to throw. Jones. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. And his kick is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either way.
Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And they work this well upfield across the 45.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Out of the shotgun, Breida. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Back to throw, Fields. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 34-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. 50 yards rushing for him now to this point.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Fields. Dancing to his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. This is caught by Robinson. And he will have the Bears first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play. And sometimes it can break big.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Running out of the gun here, Breida. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. From the gun on 3rd down, Fields. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Santos' kick is up and through, and that will tie things at 17 all. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. For the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Jones on 1st and 10. Looking for Godwin again, and he's got him once more. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. They'll look to throw again. Evans has it left side.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. Back to throw again. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. But he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they will score a pick six for a Bears touchdown.
Coaches preach all the time about opportunities and taking advantage of them, and he did exactly that. I used to have a coach told us all the time, a lost opportunity is never regained. Well, no regrets here. He picked that one off and took it to the house.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. McKenzie now from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
So we are at halftime here on Christmas Eve as we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw again, Jones. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Now Jones to throw on 3rd down. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. So holding there on the return, and that'll back them up to start the next drive.
Yeah, that's a pretty easy call right there, partner. I think when the officials look in their manual and see the expression, jersey getting pulled, that's a flag coming out every time.
When the holding penalty sets them back inside the 20 as they get going on this drive. They'll try the left side. Wiggins. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. Wiggins, and he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 61 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Meanwhile, field slow here, hauled in by Cup. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. A good gain on 1st has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
But there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Wiggins. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
And that's why you spend a first-round draft pick on a running back. Not for just the fancy runs, but these dirty, gritty 3rd and 1s, 3rd and 2s. That's why you draft him.
A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Fields now to throw. That's complete to Mooney. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 36. Now a give to Breida. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now here's a throw that's complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Here's Fields. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there.
With nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
On 1st down, Fields.
Touchdown! Jarnell Mooney, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears will add on to their lead.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went in at the half, and they came out here in the second half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. This seemed like a team that was ready to play 60 minutes, and while this game is far from over, I love their approach.
Santos with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Returning it, Isaiah McKenzie.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Second and 9.
Back to throw. Jones throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Jones. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
2nd and 7.
They'll keep it on the ground. Wiggins. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
On 3rd down.
Throw complete to Herndon. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Now a 1st down throw, Fields.
And this one is incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Third quarter action, and we appreciate you spending your Christmas Eve right here with us. 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. Fields. And that'll be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive, as this is 3rd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Jones. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Complete. It's Johnson. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. This will wind up a loss on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. We're off to to the fourth quarter here on Christmas Eve. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Fields caught out left side by Robinson. And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now.
Now a 2nd down and 6. A shotgun snap. Fields.
Man open is Robinson. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. A first down run not going to get them a whole lot. Maybe a yard. And looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 39.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll try the left side. Wiggins. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game,
Above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
The Bears on third down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw. Fields. That'll be complete to Breida. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 24-yard line.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the fourth, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
On first down, Wiggins. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 2nd and 12, Fields. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
The Bears on third down. Well, they've converted 7 times and could use another right now. This is 3rd down and 12. And down inside the 15 he goes.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another first down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Looking to throw. Fields.
Yeah, he's got Mooney in the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Darnell Mooney with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Bears are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
McKenzie now from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole. Like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. A big connection on that one. 35 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Check, 59. Let's go, let's get this
Operating from the gun, Jones. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Throwing again, Jones. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Evans. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That'll be caught. It's the tight end, Howard. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they...
And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans, his 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Bucs have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed.
And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll keep it on the ground. Wiggins. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A give, the first man through, Gillespie of the fullback. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. On 2nd down now, Wiggins, and very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. And they'll try to squeeze in 1 more play here before the 2-minute warning.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a fourth down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty.
That was pretty obvious. He didn't let him catch it.
Agreed, and what's hard is you make that long run downfield to try and cover it, but you got to locate the football as well.
A lack of discipline defensively on fourth down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10.
Check, 59.
Jones. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
Second and 10.
59 mark, check, 59. Rabbit.
Jones. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put them on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Mike's 5'9", 65.
Here's Jones. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. And that'll set them back 5. And the delay of game penalty makes this much more difficult. 3rd and 8.
To throw is Jones. Airing this one out for Evans. And this almost intercepted. Not sure he saw the free safety that time. But lucky, incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now Jones. Looking downfield for Godwin. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he is finally out of bounds, just shy of the 5, all the way down at the 6. So they will wave off the flag and let the completion stand.
Really great job by the receiver fighting through all the contact and still coming down with the football. All that great work in practice being put into the game.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Now Jones. And this is caught. So it's a late touchdown, but maybe too late. Still a little time left on the clock, however. Now JVCOM for the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. So now with little time remaining, they'll have this and maybe one more play. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. So now with little time remaining, they'll have this and maybe one more play. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though, now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
The win for the Bears just around the corner. They go down to a knee. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And, of course, this is a win they're going to hang their hat on. They go on the road and defeat the defending Super Bowl champs.
Partner, they came, they saw, they conquered.
They conquered.
But before all that happened with the conquering part, they believed. They thought it all week. It was evident when we talked to them before the ball game that they thought they could get this done, and they knew exactly how, had a plan, formulated it, and then executed it. That's a big-time win to take down the defending Super Bowl champs.
So for the Bears, it's a critical win for them as it gets them to 9-6 on the year. And they will head home next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, it's a bad time of year to take a loss like this as they drop to 10-5. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Atlanta Falcons come to town. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.